guys, so welcome to the coding channel once again, the Decent Coder. And guys, today what we are going to do is we are going to set up the Nmap tutorial and we are going to check up about Nmap, what it is and how does it works basically. So we will be going through the whole tutorial of Nmap and we will be learning about its basic commands and how to basically scan a website, how to check for open ports and how to basically work with Nmap. So guys, without wasting any further time, let's get started. And what I will do is, first of all, I will search for Nmap on Google and then I will try to simply tell you how to download that Nmap basically. So first of all, I have come up to my Nmap. Now I will click on this first link to simply download. Go to the website and then from there I will be downloading up my Nmap from there. So now we have landed on the Nmap website, and what I will do is I will simply click on this download. I will be not doing so because I have already have Nmap installed on my Parrot OS. So I will simply click on terminal and then I will be walking directly through the whole tutorial of Nmap, how to basically work with it. So for that we will be using a website called scanme.org, which is basically provided by Nmap developers only. They have provided us with that website to test that whether our Nmap installation works successfully or not, and to check but there is a limitation that we can check on that website 100 times a day or something, so that it doesn't affects the server, and most of the people who are learning for this and who are new to this can go for the scanning. And you cannot also do some sort of SSH brute force, something like that. So first of all, you can simply install Nmap through command line as well. So you have to write the command sudo apt install and then you have to write Nmap, and this command will automatically install your Nmap. If it's not already installed, you can also update and upgrade first before doing so that there is no problem in your Nmap installation. So what is Nmap? Nmap is a network scanning host detection tool basically, which is basically used for reconnaissance purpose, information gathering, to check for open and closed ports on a particular host, and also for vulnerability detection as well. So it can work on multiple operating systems. There's Windows, Linux and Mac. For Windows, basically we have a GUI version as well, the ZenMap tool, which is basically a simple normal GUI form of this command line interface, which is a GUI version of the command line interface of Nmap. In that you can simply execute the same commands as you execute in command line, but there you get a GUI interface. We will be using up the simple command line interface here, so that it is common for all basically. Most of the people, they work with command line only, so we will be doing on CLI. So what are the use cases of Nmap? So it's basic host discovery, to detect live hosts present on the network, for open ports detection, for service detection, to detect the operating system working on a particular host, hardware address and software version, vulnerabilities and security holes using Nmap scripts as well. There are a lot of scripts. If you will go to your folder cd/usr/share/nmap and then to scripts folder, what you will be going to see is when you will ls here, you can see a lot of scripts present for the Nmap only. These all scripts you can apply onto your test cases, and then you can go through these and you can simply check for the vulnerabilities which are mentioned here. You can check for this HTTP vulnerability CV. For this particular CV, there is a vulnerability script present to check whether this vulnerability exists in your host or not. Then what are basically the Nmap is a command line interface, as I told you earlier. So how to go through it? So simply you can check up if for the ifconfig command, if you want to check up it for your local host. If you want to work on a local host, you can simply type the ifconfig and then you can take up the IP address of your local system and then you can go through it with that. But now we will be using, in this tutorial we will be using the scanme.org, as I told you earlier. So we will be simply pinging up this particular website. So sometimes it requires sudo privileges, so I will providing it the same as well here. And you can see I got the IP address of the scanme.org website. I will control C and I will quit this. Now what I will do is I will copy this particular thing, this IP address, and I will click on copy. And now what I will do is, first of all, let's see how Nmap works. So Nmap, if you will simply type it let me expand this. So if you simply type nmap, you can see a lot of information coming up here, like the how to work with this target specification, can pass host name, ip addresses, host discovery you can check up, scan techniques, script scanning how to do, and you can see like this is a basically how to like check up for the scripts. So next thing what I will be doing is, you can also check for nmap on this, like you can search, simply go for the manual of nmap by simply writing man and then space nmap, and you will be getting a lot of information about how to do scanning as well. So I will click on q and I will exit from here. Now we will be starting with the nmap detection techniques. So first of all, let me show you what is ip address. So ip address, like if suppose this ip address which I copied from there, if I paste up it here, and you can say that this since this is not a particular ip address of any particular host, since it is this scan meter org is assigned this ip address, but this in this the ip address is only this much part, your 156. The rest of the part, that is 45.32, that is your network part. If you are connected to a Wi-Fi network, then you can see after clicking on ifconfig command, you can simply see up your IP address, as it will be coming up something like 192.168 or something .0.101 or something like that, it will come up. So the 101 is your particular IP address of the machine you are using up, and the rest is the network part. All the machines connected in the same network would have the same network portion, and they will differ by their IP address. Means if you have two devices, suppose a laptop and like your mobile, connected in the same Wi-Fi router, then you will be having something sort of like 101 on your laptop and 102 or 103 on your mobile phone. This means that the IP addresses are different, but the network portion is the same, since you are connected to the same Wi-Fi connection. So that is the main thing, how the networking works, and like how we say that a device is in the network. That's the thing. First of all, what we will be doing is, we got the IP address of the scan meter org. Now what we will be doing is, we will be simply scanning this. So I will write nmap space and the scan meter org website's name, and it will start scanning up that particular website. So what it will do, it will take some time for you to like scan up that website, and it will give you a result as much soon as possible after it like checks for open ports. Since it checks for open ports, what all like ports are running on that particular website, and like how does it work. So basically how it works is, you can say as, since it is like nmap is basically a port scanning tool, so you can like check for open ports as well as for the services running. We will be seeing it in the coming portion, like how does all this works. So first of all, I have done a small nmap scan here by just simply writing nmap and then space the IP address of the host. So as we have done this, it will be giving me result in a short span of time. So let's wait till then, until and unless the result comes. And you can see up here that the result has come, and it has found something for the nmap scanme.nmap.org website. It is showing me that what all ports are open up. So you can say that on port 22, basically the service running up is the SSH service, and the port is open for that. Then next comes your 53 TCP service, domain is running. Domain service is basically present on your 53, that is your TCP connection, it is building up. The 80 port is consumed with an HTTP on which your server is present, and then your website is running because of that. Other ports are also open. So basically, some of you might be having the questions, that what is the use of this, what is the use of port scanning. So basically what we can do is, after determining these ports, like we can also determine the services running on this particular port and the versions of them. Afterwards we can check for CVEs and others, like we can use for Metasploit to check what all vulnerabilities are present for this particular like service and service version, and then we can like try to exploit them using Metasploit tool and others. Like we have to do some sort of information gathering about that particular service and the service version. So basically that is the use. Some of you get confused with it, like what is the use of this, basically this port scanning mechanism. The next thing which I will be telling you is the like how you can scan the whole subnet. Since I want to scan this whole particular IP address, you have to, this particular network I have scanned only a single IP address, that is 156. If you want to scan the whole network, then you have to scan right simply /24, which will scan the whole 56 IP addresses present in that particular network, which will be your whole network, means your whole network scanning, and it will take a lot of time around, and it can also take up a half an hour, it can also take 15 to 20 minutes if there are not much hosts in your network. It depends on the number of hosts in your network basically. The next thing which we will be seeing up is your multiple targets, how you can put it. So suppose one of my host was 45.33.32.156. the next IP address I will write like 45.33.32.154, basically .143. so basically I have separated them with a space, and then when I will hit enter, it will be scanning this all host, and it will be providing me with this particular both the scans line by line, and it will be showing me the result of. When you want to scan a range of IP address, suppose I want to scan in the same network, suppose I want to scan from network IP 0 to I want to scan up to 10. So it will, what it will do is it will scan 45.33.32.0, then it will scan for 32.1, then 32.2 up to 10. It will scan those 10 IP addresses from 0 to 10, and it will show, it will be 11 IP addresses basically. So it will scan all the 11 IP addresses from 0 to 11, and then it will be showing me the result accordingly. Next scan comes about is your -SL parameter. -SL parameter shows you all the IP addresses it is scanning at present, like what all host you are scanning up at present. So if you are giving it as 24, so it will show all the live hosts present in the network and all the hosts which are being scanned. So you can do the -SL you can give the -SL parameter to know all the hosts which you are scanning up. Now you can scan for specific ports as well on a particular website. Suppose I want to scan for only port 80, what I want to know that only what is running on this particular port 80, you can simply write as -p, and you can also give space if you want. If you don't want, you don't have to give space, and you can simply click enter. It would be much faster than earlier process, since earlier it was discovering all the things, all the posts. I can use -pn. What it will do is it will not check for host detection. It will consider that the host is already alive, and it will simply jump up to the port detection. So I have used -pn flag, and you can see up now it is showing me 80 TCP port as filtered, and the service is running as HTTP. So basically now I can guarantee that -pn flag can bypass your firewall detection or something and then it can simply provide you. It basically bypasses your host detection, and then it simply checks for the ports and the other things which are running on that particular IP address. The next command which we will be talking scanning technique is your TCP SYN scan. It is a two-way handshake. As you can see in the on the screen, I have pasted a picture like that. That is basically, you can see up here. As a result, the target computer can't create any log of the interaction because no session was indicated. In a two-way handshake, you can consider it as I sent a SYN scan. The server responded me with an acknowledgement. I again did a SYN ACK. This is a three-way handshake. SYN ACK, SYN ACK. That is a three-way handshake, and that is basically not you can say TCP SYN scan, but that is a simple TCP scan basically. That is a normal TCP scan in which three-way handshake is done, and that is basically done via flag. You can write it as -ST. For TCP scan, you basically write ST. That is your TCP scan. And if you want to do a two-way handshake, in that basically SYN is sent, acknowledgement comes, and you don't send any sort of SYN ACK. So that's why your server is not able to create any sort of log for your particular scan, and hence you can fool the server. Basically we can fool the server, and your TCP SYN scan, your -SS, that is your two-way handshake. It basically requires sudo privileges. It will not work without sudo privileges, so you have to write sudo also with that. Since you are scanning it on since it is not creating any sort of logs, but still for security purposes it requires sudo privileges. So but your ST doesn't requires. So the default scan, if you are not providing any scanning technique, is the same SYN scan, TCP SYN scan. How can you scan for UDP ports? Suppose my port I am using on port 1234 is my UDP port and I want to scan this particular. So what you have to write is you have to like provide hyphen small s capital U and then space hyphen your port number or particular port, and then that will be your UDP scan. If you want to scan all the UDP ports, then you can basically use simple normal like SU. If you want to scan the major ports, like suppose there are a lot of IP addresses which are normally used or which are mainly basically which are open, which are found open mainly, like you can check here SSH port, that is 22, port number 80. Mainly if a website is running on that, then this port will definitely be open, port number 443. So what you can do is, if you want to scan those type of all the IP all the particular port, or you can provide a number as well. You have to simply write top hyphen ports, and then you have to provide a sort of number, like you want to check for top 100 ports, so you have to basically provide 100 and then space and then the IP address of that particular host. That will provide you only the top 100 ports which will be like present in Nmap, like top 100 ports which are there is a list of these ports which are mainly used, so that it will be scanning on those ports only. Then the main things, if you want to check for only open ports, then you can either use combinations of this port, and you can also use hyphen open. If you want to get a sort of like this hyphen open will only provide you the result for the open ports only. It will not tell any sort of closed or any sort of other port like the filtered or any other. It will simply telling you the open port. Next thing comes is your basically if you want to like ping your server only, so you can simply write hyphen S and capital P, that is your ping scan, and then the IP address. This is your ping scan. It will simply ping up your server to check whether the server is alive or not at present. If you want to simply check what all services are running on a particular port, then you have to use hyphen SV. Normally what people do is the main scan is hyphen A, that is your aggressive scan, and hyphen T4, that is basically for timing, and you can arrange it hyphen T0 to basically T0 to 5. You can give values up to 5. Then in that particular it what hyphen T do is like it will be like having a sort of timeout mechanism. Like if a particular port or particular service is not responding, so it will be having a timeout, and it will like timeout as soon as possible. It will be speeding up the service and it will time out fast, so it will not wait for it to respond like for much time. And hyphen A is aggressive scan. What it does is basically it runs all the default scripts present in Nmap on your particular website, and also it performs a sort of version detection and all the major ports it checks for. So basically aggressive scan is the main scan which is done on a particular port of Nmap. How you can check for operating system, which operating system is basically present on your like machine? You can use hyphen O. If it doesn't work, then you can also use hyphen OS scan and hyphen guess option for the operating system detection, and then the IP address of the particular host. Then through this command you can like scan for, and you can detect the operating system working. Basically all the time the operating system is like sometimes it doesn't get detected or the results are not correct, so you don't have to like check for that. Since it is only a sort of, you can say it is only a guess sort of thing, so it also gives you the probabilities of all the operating systems which might be possible on that particular host. Sometimes firewall prevents and this sort of. So guys, how to run a Nmap script? So that also command, let me tell you. So you have to write /script, and you have to simply write script equals to, and then the script name, as I showed you earlier in like you can see, you can give any sort of names like the snmp -info.nse script or any other script name, and then what you can do is snmp-info.nse script or any other script, and then what you can simply do is you have to simply provide the IP address as well. So I have not copied of that particular script here, so you can simply write snmp-info.nse script and then the IP address of that particular host, and that will perform a script scan for you. So you have to also, sometimes it also requires -sv to work, because script scan is only possible when the services running on their particular ports are detected. So you have to also, like, it might be possible that it also asks for sv command, like you have to provide that, and then only your script works, or sometimes it does by default as well. So guys, this was my tutorial for Nmap. If you like this video, then please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. And if you want more videos like this, then please stay connected, subscribe to the channel, show your support by subscribing to this channel, like this video, share this as much as possible, and tell your friends about these videos, and share them this video on your WhatsApp and other social media platforms if you like. And comment down below how was this video, how did you like it or not, whether you liked it or not, and so that I can also tell, and I will be making up more videos like this in the coming days. And if you want to stay connected, then please subscribe to the channel. And thank you guys, and let me see you in the next video. Before that, one more thing, I also have certain certification courses posted on my channel, so you can check them as well. You can check them, the free certification courses basically I have provided you from different platforms like the Microsoft and others. So you can check them, and you can tell me if you want more like this. So thank you guys, and let me see you in the next video.